What's up, YouTube? How's it going? It is your boy Breaks here, and today I've got for you all a brand new DBZ video. Now, in the last one, I spoke about simple stuff such as how to keep your combos juggled in the air with light, medium, which is a universal way to juggle combos in the air that every character has. I also spoke about really universal characters such as, combos such as light, medium, and combo, and ending your combo with a light, medium, heavy, stuff like that, jumping up. Really simple stuff. In this video, we're going to take it a little bit further, and we're going to learn how to maximize your gameplay to become, the best version of yourself that you can become. I've been playing this game a lot since it came out, and I've been learning a lot. I've been playing a lot of local games with friends. I've been absolutely destroying all of my friends in this game. All of my friends, so I'm really starting to understand this game. So I'm going to teach you guys some tools that I learned to help make you better. Now, the first things first is ending your combos in a hard knockdown state. Now, what a lot of people do is they do a combo. Let's see if we can find it here. Or you know what? Cell's not a good example. Let me show you with Vegeta. So they'll do a combo and they'll decide to end their combo in specials into super or something like that. But as you can see here, Cell recovered, or Frieza recovered in the air. So it's his turn to press buttons again. He was in the air. He could block. He could call an assist. It's not my turn anymore. I gave up my turn. And by turn, that means, the ability to keep attacking without your opponent pressing a button. That's your turn. So I gave up my turn if I did that. However, if I did the same exact combo, and instead of ending it with a super like that, I ended it in a hard knockdown, it's still my turn. You saw how he hit the floor hard, and he was dragged across, and the floor even broke up. Is this game amazing or what? The floor freaking breaks when they hit it. Anyway, he hit the floor, and the floor started to break up as he dragged along the floor. That is ending your combo in a hard knockdown, and he cannot press a button after that. It's my turn again when he gets up, which is something called an OTG, which is off the ground. So when he's getting up from off the ground, I can press buttons, and if he tries to press any button other than maybe a super, which is a universal invulnerable wake up, he gets beaten out. He gets completely blown up, and I get another free combo off of him. Now let's say you want more damage, and you still want to end your combo in a super. You can after the hard knockdown, because while they're dragging along the floor, you can super and it will hit. So let's show you the combo before that a lot of people do. A lot of people like to do this into a super. And see how that only did 39-28? Let's see with the hard knockdown how that combo does. I'm pretty sure it does more damage. So it did 39-28 before. Yeah, see? 39-89, which is almost 40. And if I wanted to get it even higher, I could DHC out, which is something I'll teach you guys in a little bit. It's something I learned about this game that I didn't know. So make sure you end your combos in a hard knockdown. There are some characters with specials that end in hard knockdown. If you saw there, Vegeta's Dragon Punch, or his Shoryuken move, actually ends in a hard knockdown state. It's not as long as the other hard knockdown. It's not the same as this hard knockdown, but it is a good way to build meter by using a super move. This is a Vegeta specific thing though, because not every character has this move. I think Vegeta's the only character in the entire game with a move like that, where he can hard knockdown with a super. But as you saw, the hard knockdown it doesn't last as long like that. See, he's back up. But still, you can extend it further by calling out an assist. So now he has to block on wake up, which is what I want to talk about right now, which is block strings. Let me go ahead and set the opponent to block. Guard all. Now it's very important in this game, you never want to give up your turn. We already discussed what turns are, and it's when your opponent can press a button and when you can press a button. When it's your turn, that means that you're allowed to press a button, and if your opponent presses a button, he gets blown up. I'm so sorry, my phone made that noise. We're gonna hush the little birdie. There's a birdie chirping. I hushed it. That's a reference for many people who probably don't know what that reference is. If you do know that reference, by the way, let me know in the comment section below, and I will love you forever and ever. So, a block string. Let's say a very common opener in this game is crouching medium, standing medium, and then jump light medium, which is something I taught you guys in the last video. It's a very universal way to begin a combo. So let's say you have an opponent that knows you're going to do that, see, and they block the whole thing. After that, usually it's no longer your turn, you're minus, so it's his turn. So he can press buttons now, and you get in trouble if you press a button. But there's ways to make sure you maintain and hold on to your turn. So let's say you know you're fighting a good player and he's going to block this string. Instead, what you can do is, instead of ending it with a standing medium, you can cancel that standing medium into a standing heavy, and then cancel that standing heavy into a special, and then chain your Kamehameha or whatever other special you have. People out here sending me notifications in the middle of the video. I apologize for that. So that's how you maintain your turn, and as you saw, he can't really do anything. Now, the Kamehameha after a Kai Blast, there's a gap there, so he can super out of that, but there's a way to make sure he doesn't super out of it. And what you can do is actually call an assist. So your turn just keeps going. I actually did the wrong input there. So your turn keeps going, and you can keep applying pressure. Although that was pretty bad. That was also a bad example. Let me see if I can get a good example. So you call an assist right. Damn, Vegeta's Kamehameha lasts way. It lasts so much longer than other characters. I'm used to using this setup with Black. Alright, so my setup with Vegeta is a little different. I'll show you my setup with Vegeta. So how you keep a block string going to make sure that they can't press any buttons and it's always your turn is calling an assist or canceling into a special in a string. If you know your opponent's going to block. So we'll do something like that, and we'll call an assist, we're on the other side, and then we can grab. So if your opponent's really good and he's sitting there waiting for the next attack string, you can grab like I did there, and that's guaranteed to hit. Or what you can do is call an assist and then keep your combo string going, see? Stuff like that. Or let's say you don't want to do that move. You can. There's such a variation of things you can do that you don't necessarily have to do that move. There's so many different things you can do, but just make sure you keep your turn. I have so many friends of mine that they end up getting opened up by this setup, or they end up, losing their turn. They never get their turn because I keep the pressure going. So that's what you want to do is cancel your moves into a special. So just a basic Kai Blast or multiple Kai Blast, and then call an assist, and then you can keep your pressure going. So that's a really, really popular way of keeping pressure going. If you watch some tournament play, a lot of players do that. See right there, that was a perfect example. That was absolutely flawless. Another way to keep pressure going is instead of actually keeping a combo going, let's say you know you're fighting a good character, you can stagger your moves. Now what staggering means is I don't do the full combo. See here, I'm doing the full combo ahead of time. What I do is I press one or two buttons and I stop, see? So instead of pressing light over and over again to do the 2 hits, I just press light twice like that. Twice. And then after that, you can go into your low. Because your low maintains at the same distance. So we stagger. See? So it messes with your opponent's timing, which is really something that's good, because if you mess with their timing, you're kind of messing with their head in a very subtle way without them knowing. So that's what you really want to make sure you do with block strings. Now, there are some characters that have a really difficult time to get a hard knockdown, like I was discussing earlier. But what you can do with that is you can do OTG. Now, OTG means off the ground, which I believe I mentioned earlier. So OTG is off the ground. You can maintain your turn by applying pressure to them the second they get up. So with Cell here, I have a really hard time getting his hard knockdown. I just haven't figured it out yet. I'm sure there's a way to get his hard knockdown, but I just haven't figured it out. So as you see here, well it hit. Oh, but it didn't count as a hard knockdown. That was weird. I don't know why that. Let me try that again. There we go. It hit. But it doesn't count. Oh, whatever. I have a really hard time getting his hard knockdown. Here, let me try this again and show you guys what I mean. So if I do the light medium thing that I show you guys there and I try to hard knock him down, see? His hard is like an elbow, so it hits a weird angle, so it doesn't really hit that often. So what you see a lot of Cell players do is they end their combos in this right here, which is a form of a hard knockdown. As you see here, it breaks the floor and they're kind of staggered, but it's only for a second. So once you see Frieza right back up and bouncing again, he can press buttons. But how I stop that is by OTGing, which is off the ground. And in this game, there's multiple ways to do that because you have assist. So let's say I do my combo. We're going to do our combo there. Oh, I dropped it. Sorry. I suck. I'm a noob. I'm the worst player in the world. There we go. And then I'll call out an assist, so that way if he tries to press a button, the second he wakes up after this, my assist is already out. And you saw he got hit. If I put him to block always, like I showed you guys earlier, he'll be forced to guard that the second he wakes up. So the second he gets up, oops, sometimes I get the switch accidentally all the time in this game. So let's say I knock him down and I do that and I call an assist. Well, he's always guarding, but he'll be forced. I think, let me see follow-ups. Yeah, let me see follow-ups. So he'll be, oh, my timing was actually to extend the combo, not to get him to, there we go. So as you see there, see how he guarded the second he woke up? And that means it's my turn again because he's in the block string of my assist. So make sure you guys utilize that very, very well. Characters that can do this extremely well without even needing an assist, one of the characters that does this is 18 is kind of a, I don't want to say broken because I haven't really played against an 18 yet, but I've seen some tournament footage of 18. My goodness, she looks ridiculous because she has a built-in assist into her gameplay. So she can call an assist in her string that doesn't actually take an assist. So if you look, see how I have 2 assists? That means that I could keep a block string going for about 2 turns. So let's say it's my turn for about 3 whole combo strings. It's purely my turn. But with 18, she has 4 whole combo strings where it's purely her turn. And that's because she has a built-in assist in her game, which is really like ridiculous. So the next I want to discuss is, let's say your character's getting low and you want to switch out. You want to switch out, but you don't want to switch out just doing that. I believe this is something I discussed in the last video, but there are ways to actually maximize your damage and get even more better damage, and that's called a DHC. I just learned this term for these type of games. That means delayed hyper combo. So let's say I do my regular combo that I always do, and we're going to end it in a hard knockdown, but we want to get Goku Black out of here because let's say I just took a lot of damage from him. So I want to get my Goku Black out of the fight. I do my hard, oh come on, I'm the worst, I'm terrible. Why am I so bad? Here we go, we got this. Hard knockdown. The second I touch the floor, I super, and then I call an assist. And as you see here, bam, we get more damage, and now I have Cell out. So that's called DHCing, which is basically when you do a super, you call out an assist in your super, and it gets you more damage. It costs 2 bars, obviously, because you're doing 2 supers, but you're also able to switch your character. So if Cell was weak and I want him to gain health, to regen health, I just DHC out, direct hyper combo. It's very, very popular, something that's used very often in this game, and sometimes it could just be used to get a lot of damage. So you could do like a really high damaging combo, and let's say you only use a bar in that combo, and you want to super, and then you want to super again, and then super again to make sure you get a kill. You can do it 3 times if you want, depending on however many assists you have available. So I call Vegeta, I call Cell, and then I can call Goku Black if I want to. See, you can just call as many of them as you want. The damage was weak there because my timing on the DHC was off. So if you don't time it right, you can, like, some of the supers will completely miss. Like Vegeta is a ball, so if he gets knocked up by a different super, and the ball will just go right by him and completely miss. So I hope you guys learned that. I hope this was useful. If it was, if you learned something new, if you have something new to add to this, let me know in the comment section below, because I am obsessed with this game and I'm always willing to learn more and more. So I hope that helped you guys. The wrap up is always maintain your turn with block strings and calling your assist. Make sure you end your combos in a hard knockdown, which is another way to maintain your turn because your opponent can't press buttons. Let's say your character can't really knock down that easily, like Cell. I have a hard time knocking down with him. So what I do is OTG, off the ground, which is something I taught you. So I end my character in like a special move that brings him down to the ground and hits him on the floor, and then I call it an assist. And make sure you DHC out if your character gets too weak, he gets like low health or something like that, and you want to hit him with high damage and change your character at the same time. Be sure to do those things. There's something else in the game actually. Let's say someone else is hitting you. I completely forgot this. We're going to do this right now. So let's say someone else is hitting you with a really long combo and it's not your turn. You can end their turn by forcing a guard switch or guard break or something like that, I think it's called. So while you're guarding a block string, so if they're doing a block string to you and you're guarding it, you can press forward and your character, and it stops the combo and you switch out. But it's no longer your turn after that. I mean, unless it hits. I believe that switch is negative because it's a free, guaranteed, safe switch. Their pressure is done. But if they predict it, they can kind of blow it up. So it's, once again, mind games. Anyway, I hope this video helped, and I'll see you all